In this tutorial, we will use inheritance to make this player jump. As you can see, we can move around, and also we gonna take a look how we can reuse a function from inheritance. And before I jump into this tutorial, I want to thanks Tuan Win. And if you guys want to support me, you can do so on Patreon or through YouTube, and by that you will unlock many benefits. So let's dive into this tutorial. So we're gonna use inheritance. Basically, we will create a second script and it's gonna inherit from this player script. Basically, we're gonna take all of these things like this: move speed, jump height, attack point, attack radius, and all of these things. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna select our player script in the inspector. Let's right click on it and let's click on this remove component, and for it we will create a second script. For that, to do so, we will head over to project tab, assets, and then script folder. You can simply right click on this assets and then create in the top and then mono behavior script, or you can simply move over to this scripting and then click on this mono behavior script, and you can name that script to something like player 2. And I already created a script for it, so I'm gonna move over to my script folder right over here. And I already created a script called player 2, as you can notice right over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attach this script to my this player game object. So let's select the player game object in the hierarchy, and let's select the player 2 script from that folder, and let's drag it over to this add component section in the inspector. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open that up by double clicking on it. So for that, we're gonna remove this start and update function. We don't need, since this class just gonna inherit from our player class. So we can simply remove this mono behavior from here, and instead of deriving from mono behavior, we're gonna derive from this player. Basically, we just type player, and if we just save our script by control S, hitting control S, and then move over to Unity, you will see as soon as our script just gonna compile, we will see underneath our player 2 script all of the properties like move speed, jump height, and all of the things. So why? Because we inheriting from that class. Basically means we just taking all of the properties from that player class. So just wait a little moment, and as soon as it's gonna compile, as you can see, indeed we can see our move speed, jump height, attack point, and all of these things. So we can simply assign this attack point, and what is enemy, I'm gonna choose enemy, and health bar, I'm gonna drag it here, and this current coin text. So without writing any line of code, as you can see inside our player 2 script, we can see that we still able to use this move speed, jump height, and all of these things. Why? Because we inheriting from this player script, as you can notice right over here. Basically means we just getting, if we move over to player script, we can see inside this player script we have all of these things like all of the function and all of the properties, you can see right over here, and we can just reuse them. So I hope you get the idea that how inheritance works, and we can basically we are also getting this player flip function as well. So I hope you get the idea that how you can do it. And top of that, if you want to just do anything, let's suppose I want to reuse a function. So if I move over to my parent class or the main class, and let's suppose I want to use this on trigger enter to the function one more time. So how we can do that? In order to do it, instead of making private, you need to make this public, and then you need to use this virtual. So basically means that we can just reuse this function one more time. So firstly, you need to mark this function as public, then virtual, and for function we need to type void and the function name. So now we just made this function a virtual void. Basically means we can use reuse this function. So in order to reuse that, what we can simply do, we can move over to our player 2 class, basically subclass, and over here we can we can reuse the function, or we can just call it one more time. So in order to reuse that, we need to type this override and the function name. So the function name we can see on trigger enter 2D, as you can notice right over here. So we're gonna click hit enter, and it says base dot on trigger enter 2D. Basically means whatever we have written inside our in on trigger 2D function, it's gonna call. And let's suppose you just remove this line of code, then nothing just gonna happen. So we want to, so if I move over to my player script, I want to reuse this all of these things. So that's why I'm gonna leave this base dot at on trigger enter 2D. Basically means we just executing all of those things, and top of that we can just do whatever we want to do. So let's suppose I just want to print out a message. So for printing out, we're gonna type this debug.log, and let's make first bracket then quotation, and we can see we can just print out anything like that. So I'm gonna print out my channel name, something like bad code, and let's close that up with semicolon. Basically we just reusing the function which is on trigger. And let's suppose you want to reuse this function, this on collision enter or this take damage, then make sure you make public, then virtual, and then for function you need to type void, as we have done it over here, as you can see. So you need to do that thing if you just want to reuse a function. So I'm gonna press down Control S on my keyboard in order to save our script, and let's move over to Unity. So we will see firstly we collecting the coin. So if I move over to my parent class, we've correcting or increasing our current coin, as you can see, and we doing all of this stuff like destroying our coin. And after that what we doing, we just reusing the function, and top of that we just added a message says bad code. Means whenever we're gonna trigger with that coin, this message just gonna pop up in our console tab as well. So let's move over to Unity and console tab. Let's click on this clear, and let's click on this play button in the top. So as soon as we're gonna trigger with this coin game object, we will see the current coin will be collected, means any current coin just gonna increase 1. And after that top of it we just printing out a message says bad code. So if I just trigger with this, as you can see, as soon as we trigger it, our current coin becomes 1, and the message in our console tab just pop up saying bad code. So instead of printing out message, you can just do whatever you want to do. So I hope you get the idea that how you can use inheritance, and how you can use a function one more time. Basically you can reuse a function one more time. So and lastly, thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next tutorial.